The second largest city of Turkey?
Ankara.
Ankara is correct, yes. Right, we're going to take a music round now. Your music starter is a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can name the composer.
Exeter Abbott.
Vaughan Williams.
No, you can hear a little more, York. Take a guess, then.
You're keen.
Handel.
No, it's Rossini. It's part of the overture to William Tell. So, music bonuses shortly. Another starter question in the meantime. Which decade saw the passing of the National Parks and Access to the Countryside Act that made possible the creation of national parks in England and...
Exeter Abbott.
1960s.
No, I'm afraid you can lose 5 points. England and Wales.
You're Clemo.
1950s?
No, it's the 1940s. Another starter question. The technique to detect fragments of DNA known as southern blotting was developed by the American biologist E.M. Southern. What term is used for the similar technique to detect molecules of RNA?
You're keen.
Northern blotting.
Northern blotting is correct, yes. Your music bonuses are 3 more operatic overtures, all written in the 19th century. 5 points for each composer you can identify. Firstly, who wrote this?
Verdi?
No, that was Wagner, the overture to Tannhauser. Secondly, this Russian.
Pass.
Glinka.
No, I'm sorry, you said pass, but he was right. It was Glinka, bad luck. And finally...
That's Verdi.
That's Verdi. Verdi?
It is La Forza del Destino. Another starter question now. What Greek-derived term denotes the scientific study of humans in relation to their physical...
Exeter Abbott.
Anthropology.
Now, I'm afraid you lose 5 points in relation to their physical working environment and, more broadly, to efficiency in the workplace.
You're keen.
Ergonomics.
Ergonomics is right. Your bonuses now are on nuclear physics, York. What model of the atomic nucleus proposed in 1935 by Gamow was based on the observation that nearly all nuclei have the same density?
It's the something pudding. Currant bun.
Current bun.
No, it's the liquid drop model. Secondly, what formula based upon the liquid drop model and derived by Carl von Weizsäcker, partly from theory and partly from experiment, is used to predict the binding energies and masses of nuclei?
Yeah, it is.
It might be Lagrange something.
Lagrange. Lagrange.
No, it's the semi-empirical mass formula. And finally, consider a decaying radioactive material. After 2 half-lives have passed, what amount of the original material has decayed?
Three quarters.
3/4.
3/4.
Correct. Another starter question now. Answer as soon as you buzz. What is the determinant of a 3x3 diagonal matrix whose non-zero elements are 3, 4 and -5?
York Donnelly.
-60.
Yes. Your bonuses are on the coast of the UK, York. Which island off the Pembrokeshire coast, about 3 miles from Tenby, is the site of the Mesolithic settlement Nana's Cave? It's also known for its abbey, founded in the 6th century by Benedictines.
No, you don't want this one.
South Wales.
I know. St David's.
No, it's Caldy Island. Which island off the coast of Antrim is the only inhabited offshore island in Northern Ireland and is a special conservation area for seabirds?
It is. Pass.
That's Rathlin Island. And finally, which sheltered stretch of water in the Orkney Islands served as the northern base for the British fleet in the two world wars?
Scapa Flow.
Correct. Another starter question. What short adjective links riot, rabbit and Christmas?
You're keen.
White.
White is right, yes. In song titles, your bonuses are on botany, specifically food plants of the Solanaceae family. What is the common name of Lycopersicon esculentum, the fruit of which is used as a salad or cooking vegetable?
Spinach. Oh, fruit. Cucumber.
No, it's the tomato. What is the English name of Solanum melongena? It is thought to be a native of the Indian subcontinent, where it is known as brinjal, and its large fruit, botanically a berry, is eaten as a vegetable.
Tamarind.
No, it's aubergine. And finally, although the leaves of Solanum tuberosum contain poisonous glycoalkaloids, their tubers are eaten as which vegetable?
Potato. Potato.
Potato is right. We're going to take a second picture round. Your picture starter is a photograph of a literary figure. 10 points if you can identify him. Nobody's going to buzz.
You're Clemo.
Salinger.
No, anyone like to buzz from Exeter?
Exeter Abbott.
Camus.
No, it's Jack Kerouac. So, picture bonuses shortly. Another starter question in the meantime. What name of Russian origin is given to the mildly alcoholic drink made from fermented stale rye bread and sometimes flavoured?
Exeter Abbott.
Kvass.
Kvass is right, yes. You saw a picture of Jack Kerouac earlier. He was, of course, a leading figure of the Beat generation who came to prominence in the 1950s. Your bonus is 3 more US writers associated with that group. 5 points for each you can identify. Firstly?
Ginsberg.
Correct, Allen Ginsberg. Secondly, this poet.
Poet. I don't know anything about the Beat generation. Poet. Bukowski.
No, it's Gregory Corso. And finally,
William Burroughs.
Burroughs.
it was William S. Burroughs, The Naked Lunchman. 10 points for this. The Suppression Acts of 1534 and 1536 enabled the expropriation and dissolution of what institution?
You're Clemo.
The monasteries.
Correct. Your bonuses now are on people who disappeared, York. The first person to sail around the world single-handedly, which American mariner disappeared on a routine voyage to the West Indies in November 1909?
Pass.
That was Joshua Slocum. Known for his Devil's Dictionary, which American writer vanished in Mexico in 1913, having joined Pancho Villa's army as an observer?
Someone Pelham, I think, maybe. Pelham.
No, it wasn't. It was Ambrose Bierce. And finally, Captain Benjamin Spooner Briggs, who disappeared at sea in 1872, along with his family and his crew, was the master of which brigantine merchant ship?
Bounty. Mary Celeste. Mary Celeste.
Mary Celeste is correct. 5 minutes to go, 10 points for this. What pair of homophones links the river that flows through Turin and the author of The Raven?
You're keen.
Pole and Pole.
Poe is correct, yes. Your bonuses now are on the year 1547, York. Which conquistador died near Seville in December 1547? His remains were later moved to Mexico in accordance with his wishes.
Hernan Cortez.
Hernan Cortez is correct. In April 1547, which Holy Roman Emperor routed the army of the Lutheran Schmalkaldic League at the Battle of Mühlberg?
Charles V, possibly. Charles V.
Correct. Which ruler acceded to the English throne in January 1547?
Edward VI, I think. Edward VI.
Correct. Another starter question now. The Animals Scientific Procedures Act of 1986 regulates the use of laboratory animals in the UK. Which is the only invertebrate animal covered by this act?
Exeter Abbott.
Octopi.
Octopus is correct, yes. Your bonuses this time, Exeter, are on a shared prefix. What is the term for a light, such as one in a lighthouse or buoy, which shines for a longer period than that for which it is cut off?
Beacon.
No, it's an occulting light. In dentistry, occlusion refers to the way that surfaces of the teeth do what?
Stick together. Well,
Be
grow
more-
together.
No, it's not. It's make contact with the tooth in the opposing jaw. And finally, occlumency, the ability to compartmentalise one's mental processes in order to avoid unwelcome psychic intrusion, is an extracurricular skill taught in which fictional world?
The Harry Potter world.
Correct, yes. 10 points for this. So, don't worry. You can buzz now, because it's a starter question. Etymologically unrelated, meanings of what short word include profoundly wise person and aromatic
Exeter Abbott.
Sage.
Sage is right. Here are your bonuses. They're on complex numbers. If the letter I denotes a square root of -1, what name is given to the set of numbers which are real multiples of I?
Grey numbers.
No, they're imaginary numbers. Apart from I, what is the other purely imaginary fourth root of 1?
Minus I.
Correct. Even death is unreliable. Instead of 0, it may be some ghastly hallucination, such as the square root of -1. These are the words of which 20th century Irish playwright?
Beckett.
Samuel Beckett is right. 2.5 minutes to go. What alliterative phrase describes the form of diplomacy dating to 1971 when a table tennis team representing the USA became the first...
Exeter Abbott.
Ping pong diplomacy.
Ping pong diplomacy is correct. Here are your bonuses. They're on Africa. Specifically, those countries that share land frontiers with 2 and only 2 others. In each case, name the country from its 2 neighbours. Firstly, for 5 points, South Africa and Mozambique.
Lesotho.
No, it's Swaziland. Secondly, Liberia and Guinea.
Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast.
No, it's Sierra Leone. And finally, Algeria and Libya.
Tunisia.
Tunisia is right. 10 points for this. What number links the basic plots highlighted in an analysis of storytelling by Christopher Booker? The type...
Exeter Abbott.
7.
7 is right. Here are your bonuses. They're on car company emblems. Firstly, for 5 points, the Volvo Group logo displays an ancient symbol which is also used to represent the male gender, the planet Mars, and which metal?
Iron.
Correct. Which motor company's logo bears an emblem that also appears on the flag of Barbados and the arms of Ukraine?
Maserati.
Correct. The emblem of which motor company shows the twin colours of Germany's largest state?
BMW.
Correct. Another starter question. Answer as soon as you buzz. How many electrons, protons and neutrons in total form a neutral atom of the isotope carbon-13?
York Donnelly.
19.
Correct. Your bonuses now are on fiction in the 1950s. Sebastian Dangerfield is the hero of which 1955 novel by the American-born Irish writer J.P. Dunleavy?
Pass.
It's The Ginger Man. Leo Colston is the name of the title character of which novel by L.P. Hartley, published in 1953? Quickly.
Pass.
That's the go-between. How is the vacuum cleaner salesman James Wormald described in the title of Graham Greene's novel of 1958?
Nominate Caldwell.
Reluctant.
No, it's Our Man in Havana. 10 points for this. Part of Romania until 1940, the major part of the historical region of Bessarabia now falls within the territory of which modern-day European state, independent since 1991?
York Clemo.
Moldova.
Moldova is right. Your bonuses now are on band names, York. Which band? And at the door next to the University have 140. The University of York have 195. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to say goodbye to you, Exeter. You had some unlucky buzz-ins, but you came back very strongly towards the end there. But thank you for playing anyway. York, 195 is a pretty good... We had some really good answers from you. Thank you very much. Come back to us when you've worked out that date. I hope you can join us next time. But until then, it's goodbye from Exeter University.
Bye.
Bye.
It's goodbye from York University.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.